Like last
Just
week to
like
this
based
week?
on how many deals we did in March, how many deals we did in April, how many deals we're doing lots of deals right now. So a little bit
Okay.
of real estate update. Okay.
Okay.
Strong activity. Strong activity. Showings are up big time. Our deals are up for sure. So
Deals are when
definitely
are we comparing? From when to when? Like last
just
week to
like
this
based
week?
on how many deals we did in March, how many deals we did in April, how many deals we're doing lots of deals right now. Lots of
But they're,
deals.
they're ramping up. Every month is getting
It's
better.
seasonal. Yes, there's more deals. We had a great April, and May is coming up to be another good month. But there's all different reasons for that because it doesn't necessarily mean the market's doing better. I sold a detached house,
What does it mean?
Oakwood in St. Clair,
Yeah.
listed at 1,050,000, sold for 1,205,000,
1,205,000.
155,000 over asking. Wasn't the highest offer.
Wasn't the
Just
highest
so people
offer.
know, if you're a buyer, you don't have to pay the highest price to win the property. You have
What
to
won
have
them
the
over?
right. Um, well, you had a firm offer, you had a good
Ah,
deposit, you had the right closing, and they assumed the tenant. There was a tenant. They
firm
assumed the
offer,
tenant.
assuming a tenant. Okay, hold on a sec. Let's do some quick back of napkin math, shall we?
Sure.
Well, if you're assuming the tenant, I'm assuming that they're investors, like they're going to rent the rest of the place out.
I
Or
believe they're going to be living on one floor, but I don't really know.
oh,
Like, I don't
well,
really
see, that
believe
makes a
anybody that
difference.
says anything,
Then
anyways.
there's no need for back of napkin math
Okay.
because as an investor, I can't imagine one, two with a tenant that's already in place at some low rent, probably.
We actually got the tenant to agree to increase the rent.
Wow. To market or just increase?
I'd say it's close to market. Like,
Yeah.
definitely. Yeah.
Yeah. So,
Tenant's a good tenant, good guy, been there a long time, made a friendship with the owner. We had other offers that were asking the tenant to leave and just wanted to like do single family in the house, which is what the type of property it was in the area that it could be.
the
So I
offer
ran
with
everything
the
over the tenants, and the tenants were like, "Yeah, we would agree to this." So
the offer with the highest price was not firm, but the
uh,
price that you took was firm.
it was the tenant was the main deciding factor, but other offers weren't firm. But
The tenant was the main deciding factor. Why? The
yeah.
the seller wanted the
The
tenant to
seller's been around.
stay?
Yeah, he's been around there a long time. He's lived in the house 45 years. He had a relationship with the tenant. He didn't want the headaches of having to. And you never know if a tenant leaves or not. They might say they leave, but if they don't leave, then it's like, what's that look like? So that was a big
Yeah.
concern. That's why he hired me and the team, is because of the knowledge of handling tenants. I think tenants, I would say, most of the properties this year I've sold were tenanted.
Yeah. I
And we
mean,
found ways to get the tenants to leave. We found people to assume the tenants, never compromising the seller's position, so never selling it for less than what they should get. And I think that's a huge thing in this market right now.
these people were underwater every month and just it was a bad investment, or these are people that had a
No,
great investment and just decided to sell in this horrible sales environment.
some of them were, yeah, they've already done
It's
so
time.
well,
It's
and so
time.
they're like, listen, I should have sold a couple of years ago. I didn't. Now's the
Uh,
time just to cash out and move on.
I'm not trying to time this thing. I just want out. It's
Yeah, yeah,
time.
yeah, yeah.
There are
A lot of
lots of
people, most people
those.
are like that. If you're thinking about doing anything real estate and you're thinking about time in the market, good luck. People have been
Good
trying that for
luck.
like ever. Doesn't work.
I am perfect evidence that it does not work all the time. That's for
Well, it
damn
just it
sure.
never works. It's like if it does, it's not like you knew that was going to happen, and just you got lucky. That's it. And then when you try to
Sometimes you
time
like,
it again, then you're wrong the second time.
if you're on the right wave I mean, listen, if you're a developer, you're optimistic regardless of what the
So prices
environment
only go
is,
up.
right?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, you kind of have to think that things will be good at some point right, during the ownership of the property, right?
You'd expect that. You'd hope for that, right?
You would hope for that.